This video will introduce you to the concept of research databases and will illustrate how to effectively and efficiently search these databases for sources on your topic. We'll begin with an explanation of databases in the context of the library. You may know the term database as something from computer science, but when we talk about databases in the library, we're talking about something very specific. A library research database, which from here on I'll just call a database, is a collection of information sources all gathered into one place, organized, and made easily searchable. To start at the beginning, publishers publish information in the form of books, magazines, journals, videos, images, and so on. Database companies create databases that collect information from hundreds or even thousands of publishers into one place. But they don't just collect it, they also organize it and tag it with keywords to make it easier to find. Then they provide search tools to make searching even more powerful. A single database may contain information on a variety of subjects, or it may focus on just one subject. A single database may contain lots of different types of information sources, or may focus on a specific type of source, all videos or all reference books, for example. Many databases may be created by a single company and hosted on a single platform. This can be confusing because it means that those databases may look alike, but contain different content from different publishers on different subjects. For example, the most recognizable database company is EBSCO, creator of the EBSCOhost platform. Athens State University Library subscribes to 15 different databases from EBSCO. Because they're all on the same platform, they all look alike, but they contain very different content. We also offer a single search feature called OneSearch that allows you to search all of the databases we subscribe to, even ones by other companies besides EBSCO, all from a single box on the library's website via the EBSCOhost platform. This means that all of our databases, even the ones from other companies, look the same, look like the EBSCOhost platform. Since all of your sources in this class must be scholarly, and since they must all be readily available in full text, the databases will be the easiest place for you to look. There are some additional reasons to prefer the library databases over the web. First, the material found in the databases has been purposefully selective for inclusion, unlike the web where anyone can add anything. Second, though not everything in the databases is high quality or peer-reviewed, the database offers easy ways to limit search results to only peer-reviewed articles. Third, your database search results will not include advertisements or commercial sites. And fourth, articles found in databases are in their final published form as opposed to preprint, pre-edited versions that are often found on the web. As always, you will need to prove that you're a student here to use the databases, since the library pays subscription fees for you to have access. You do that by logging in using the instructions that are in your syllabus. The login screen should look like the one seen here. If you're being asked to log in on some other screen, stop and call the library for assistance. Now that you understand what we mean by a database, let's talk about effective ways of searching them. The screenshot you see here is of an article record in a database. In the top orange box, we can see the title, author, and source of the article. In the middle orange box are the subject terms that have been assigned to the article to indicate what it's about, as well as some author-selected keywords. In the bottom orange box is the abstract of the article, which serves as a short summary. This one tells us that it was written by the author. Sometimes these are written by someone who works for the database company instead. Every article in a database has an article record. Why are we looking at this? Well, when you do a search in a database, unless you specify otherwise, you're doing what's called a keyword search. A keyword search looks for your search terms in all of the parts of the article record that are in orange boxes here. It doesn't look anywhere else. You can also specify that you want the database to do a subject search instead of a keyword search. This is usually done with a drop-down box. A subject search searches only the search terms seen in the middle orange box on the previous slide. Notice that these subject terms are hyperlinked. If you find a really useful article using a keyword search, you can then click on any of its subject terms to find similar articles that are tagged with the same thing. So which is better, a keyword search or a subject search? Well, it depends on what you want. A keyword search will bring back more results, but a subject search will bring back more precise results. Keywords should be plural nouns whenever possible. Use gerunds and gerund phrases instead of verbs. Keep multi-word phrases short and simple with quotation marks around them, and vary keywords using synonyms. As an example, here's a research question. What motivated 19th century hand knitters to continue hand knitting when mass production became the norm? I've broken this question into 3 ideas: motivations, 19th century, and hand knitters. Then I've come up with some synonyms for each of these ideas. I can try different combinations of these in keyword searches until I find a combination that works well. Keyword searching is often about trial and error. If keyword searching involves trial and error, what about subject searching? Those subject terms used by the database to tag articles must come from somewhere, right? So how do you figure out what terminology is used in them? Those subject terms are a form of controlled vocabulary. Controlled vocabulary means using the same terminology for the same idea, even if there are in reality different terms for the idea. For example, all articles about teaching middle school might be tagged with the phrase middle grades education, even if they never use that phrase. Controlled vocabulary is used in cases of synonyms, technical language, acronyms, jargon, and name changes. My favorite example of this is First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy. She's gone by a lot of different names over the years. Before she married John F. Kennedy, she was Miss Jacqueline Lee Bouvier. After her marriage, she was known as both Jacqueline Kennedy and Mrs. John F. Kennedy. After Kennedy's assassination, she remarried Aristotle Onassis, and the press started referring to her as Jackie O, though officially she was called Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. Now, without controlled vocabulary, we would have to search all of these name variants to find all of the available information about her. But with controlled vocabulary, we know that every book and article about her, regardless of when it was published or what name it uses for her, will be tagged with the subject term Onassis, Jacqueline Kennedy, 1929 to 1994. And if we do a subject search for that, we'll find all of the available information. So how do you know these preferred terms? Most databases provide a list, sometimes called subject terms, subjects, or thesaurus, where you can look up any keyword and find the preferred term for it. Or if you find an article using a keyword search that's about your topic, like if you did a search for Jackie O and found an article that way, then you could click on any of the hyperlinked subject terms on it to find other articles with the same tag. So in the Jackie O instance, maybe you would see the subject term, the hyperlinked tag, Kennedy, Jacqueline Onassis, and the dates, and you could click on that and find all the articles. Let's finish this lesson up with some advanced search strategies to get you searching like a pro. These 4 strategies will make you a super searcher: Boolean, phrase searching, both of which are ways of combining keywords, proximity operators, and truncation. Boolean logic, named for mathematician George Boole, is the basic logic used by every computer program to retrieve search results. In its simplest form, it consists of combining search terms using and, or, and not. Use and to combine your search terms if you want your results to contain multiple concepts, or if you want to narrow your search to a particular aspect of a topic. Use or to combine your search terms if your search term has synonyms or near synonyms that you want to include in the search. If you want to include broader or narrower terms in your search, or if your keyword has a common acronym that you want to include in the search. A search for cats or dogs tells the computer that you want any articles that are about cats, any articles that are about dogs, and any articles that mention cats and dogs. Notice that this brings back more search results than an and search, which would tell the computer that you only want to see articles that are about both cats and dogs. Use not to combine your search terms if you want to exclude one possible context of your keyword. For example, searching Windows, not Microsoft, will bring back articles that are about the kind of windows that are in your house or your car, but not those that are about the Microsoft operating system. Quotation marks are a form of Boolean operator that are useful when searching multi-word phrases. For example, searching for death penalty without quotation marks would bring back all of the articles that include the word death and all the articles that include the word penalty. But with quotation marks, your results will be limited to those articles that include the phrase death penalty. You can use quotation marks when searching for phrases, proper names, hyphenated words, slogans, famous quotes, or titles. One thing to note, without quotation marks, many search engines will automatically place an "and" between your search terms. Imagine searching for the phrase "to be or not to be," but forgetting your quotation marks. You would actually be searching for "to and be and," or "and not and," "to and be," which would not make any sense at all and would bring back crazy results. Proximity operators instruct the search engine or database to search for the term or terms within some defined location to each other, usually based on some amount of words in the document. Consult the help file in whatever database you're using to find out what proximity operators it offers. Some of the more common ones are listed here. Near, use in and a number, so television within 2 words of violence. W and a number would be within, so Franklin within 2 words of Roosevelt. Before, so a word before a word, like elementary before education. Or after, like a word after word, education after elementary, for example. Truncation allows you to search for all of the variations of a word at once, using the asterisk symbol. For example, searching metamorph asterisk would bring back search results including the terms metamorphosis, metamorphic, metamorphism, and metamorphose. Wildcards are similar to truncation. They allow you to search for variations of a word in which an internal letter is changed. For example, woman versus women, in which the second to last letter is different. To recap, here are the advanced search strategies we've covered. Instead of typing in a whole question, use Boolean operators and, or, and not to combine your keywords. Combine keyword phrases with quotation marks. Use truncation and wildcard to find different forms of a root word. And always be sure to check the database for what is allowed. Use proximity operators to indicate that words should be near each other in the search results. Only using what the database actually allows for that. That's everything. And if you have any questions, as usual, post them to the general discussion boards, or if you think it's something that only you're having problems with, feel free to email your professor. Thank you.